Hi, I'm Christine Connor with Amelia Scott Designs, or the owner of Amelia Scott Designs, and I've been real busy during this COVID lockdown period. We have a whole bunch of new product coming out that's just now hitting the shelves. This one is called the Perfect Tree because when you go out at Christmas time, you're always looking for that perfect tree to cut down and bring into your house. So I have to say this has been one of my favorite quilts to quilt. It's a triangle. You piece the quilt first. It's all with triangles, and I highly recommend using triangles on a roll paper. It's the only way I do a triangle quilt. But it was really fun doing the quilting. We worked very hard to make sure that it was very easy to quilt. And if you can find the center of a square, you can quilt this quilt with your embroidery machine. So let me show you some of the close-ups of the quilt. Now the one thing I want to tell you about is we have two videos for stitching this, for quilting the quilt. One is done on the Baby Lock and one was done on the Bernina, so that if you have a Bernina machine you can follow along, or if you have a Baby Lock or a Brother machine you can follow along. And so on the we'll start with the Baby Lock. On the Baby Lock one, we stitch out one of these big snowflakes right here. You have a big snowflake design there. You also have what we call a four snowflakes. It's like 4 snowflakes with some swirls in there. So those are pretty much the same, quilted the same way. You find it's very easy. You find the center of the square, pop the design in there, and away you go. Here you can see the back of the quilt. I address on the Baby Lock how to bring up the bobbin thread. You will have, like, you can tell right here is a holly leaf, and I have green thread on top. So sometimes when you have green thread on top and you use silver on the back, you will see a little dot of green on the back. That really can't be helped. I do want to point out that I used, for all my background and my star, I used King Star silver metallic thread. It was just absolutely gorgeous. I only had one break, and actually it wasn't even a break. The thread came out of the needle, and that was when I was doing the gold star. Other than that, it just stitched out beautifully. And folks, I used it in the bobbin too. That is all that silver. That is all silver King Star metallic thread, and we're going to be selling at least the silver and gold on our website if I can ever get these guys to put it on the website for me. They're a little slower than I am. Now on the tree you will notice that you have these little smaller triangles, and then you have these bigger triangles. So I'm going to start with talking about these little triangles. We call this the tree side triangle design. Now, what I did to make this super easy, because trying to quilt a design and get it centered in a triangle can be a little bit tricky. But if you look at this whole unit as one big square, half square triangle, half square triangle, half square triangle, half square triangle, four sets of half square triangles, and you just find the center of those 4 half square triangles. What I did was I grouped a holly leaf, a second holly leaf. There is a little tiny snowflake and a swirl pattern here, and then right in here there is a big snowflake and swirl pattern. So it's all grouped together as one design, and in the video on the Baby Lock or the Bernina video, I show you how to stitch that out. I also show you how to stitch out the, forget what we call this one, the holly snow design, because there's a piece of holly here in this triangle, and there's a piece of snow or a snow design in this triangle. And again, what I did was I looked at this as one big square. You find the center of the square, the holly's going to stitch up first. You'll change your thread from green to whatever color you're using for your background, and then you'll stitch out your snowflake. So I also show you how to do that in the video. Let's see if I can just scoot over here. There's also this cute little holly design. It's 4 holly leaves with some berries in the middle. Again, that's super easy. It's a half square triangle, which is a square basically. Find the center of the square and you can stitch out that design. Alright, my tripod is not high enough to take a picture of this one, but as you can see there's also a star design up at the top of the tree, and right below the star design is a little triangle design called the treetop. It's like two pieces of holly that come off of there. Oh, and something really, really cool. Don't get nauseated as I go down. We have a tree trunk design too. It looks like some wood, like a little design that looks like wood. Also in the video, you have these little corner designs. Okay, so on the star you have the treetop at the bottom, and then you have, I forget what I call there, there's so many designs. These were called star snowflake corners. So the star, and then there's snowflake corners. So there's one would be here, one would be there, and one would be over here. 1, 2, 3. We also have rectangular designs right in here. So from here to here is one that fills this rectangle. So most of the designs are square or a rectangle for the tree trunk, or you know, a 2 half square triangles that make up a square, or 4 half square triangles that make up a square. This quilt is so easy to stitch. Let me put this back in the tripod. Okay, so I hope you look for both of those videos on our YouTube channel, and I hope they're helpful to you, and I hope you appreciate the fact that I got my dog on the pattern cover. That was a whole lot of work, a whole lot of cookies for her. Take care, have a good day. Bye-bye.